Now I'm recording.
All right, it's recording.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of OG Podcast, Our Generation Podcast. Today with Jan, aka Blue Method.
What's good?
Welcome, bro. Really happy to be here, bro. Like, yeah, especially in your studio where all your work is kind of being done, aside in your bedroom or wherever. I mean, you can pick the laptop up and start
Go
creating.
everywhere.
Yeah. So basically, just to tell the listeners and what viewers at home, you're a producer slash DJ, right?
Slash artist.
Slash artist,
I'm an artist.
and yeah,
Sir, man. Hey, it's a pleasure to have you here, man.
always. I mean,
Have this conversation.
of course. So we have to be real here. I I started recording this with my camera, but I forgot to start recording on my audio interface. So we were actually talking about or reminiscing about the moment that we actually started over here on in this place, in this studio, especially Jan's journey here.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's crazy actually. So
It is.
now we can talk about it, and it's
Recording, right?
recording. So
There we go.
all good, all good. I mean, yeah. So, bro, Saturday, T-2 days.
Yeah.
Zuki,
Zuki.
Zukunft. That's a very renowned club in Zurich, actually, for
Absolutely.
the techno house scene, right?
Absolutely.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No. Completely right.
And you said also, and I saw it in your story, it's a huge part for you or a big deal for you to perform on Saturday there. Why so?
So basically, Zukunft is just a club for me, which kind of sums up like the electronic techno and house culture here in Zurich.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're like one of I would say like founding fathers, like the trendsetters, the first ones to really like do it consistently and on a basis with like high quality.
Okay.
And it goes from like the music itself, like the way the whole club is like constructed, and then the bookings they do, like the people they get in there, is just everything really high quality and with a lot of passion. Like you can really feel it when you're in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been around for like I think 19-20 years now.
All right.
Like it started in 2005, so I was like literally 4 years old. And to still be able to, at 23 years now, to go there and play there, like it's gonna be my third time now,
Wow.
is a huge opportunity for me, a huge honor for me, because it has so much history, so many legendary people played there, and just to be able to be one of them,
Yeah.
is huge for me. It's I can't really explain it, can't really put it in words, because I'm touching the same gear as like a Ron Trent, who's like the deep house legend in my opinion,
Okay.
So like I'm standing in the same booth as him, like
Wow.
the guys
All
that
right.
I really look up to.
Yeah.
So that's why it's huge for me, and that's why that upcoming Saturday I'm really gonna, I'm already preparing like the set where I'm really trying to pour my heart out and like give this thank you
Yeah.
type of vibe,
Of course. I mean,
before it closes, because it closes.
oh yeah, it closes as well, right?
Yeah, unfortunately it closes.
But why is the building going to be renovated, or why is it closing?
Yeah, I think they're gonna take down the building.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, man, it's kind of a heartbreaking story, but like I think it's a bittersweet moment now where all the people really kind of lock in and like, okay, let me go one
Yeah.
last time
Last
before
dance,
it closes.
basically.
Yeah, the last dance kind of thing. So it's a beautiful thing.
But it surely hurts, but especially for you, knowing that you have to put everything on your set now and just say, okay, one last dance. let's fucking go. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how is like Blue Method preparing for a set on a Saturday night or in general?
Um, it really depends on a couple of things, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really like, preparing, I'm going to play this and then this and then this. I think that's really ignorant way of being an artist. I think one of the skills as a DJ that you need to have is to be able to adapt yourself to the environment.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's also kind of like, a trial, like a testing thing, like you're testing stuff and then you see what resonates the most. But at the same time, you have to keep your identity as a artist or like what you want to be. So it's it's like kind of,
You're balancing everything.
yeah, you're kind of balancing everything. You need to bring, like, you kind of have to put yourself apart from the other DJs, the way you do things, the way you play things,
Yeah.
what you play.
What makes you unique?
Yeah. So, and then you have to still, like, you're here for the dance floor. Like it became like a really, a popular thing now where, the DJ is like the main attraction. But that's the beautiful thing about Zukunft. It's sometimes so dark in there, like you really just go in there to like for the music. Like the DJ is not even the main,
That's amazing. I mean, you deserve the flowers,
Thank you.
When you're on the dance floor, you're on the dance floor for yourself.
Right,
So
right.
enjoying the music, closing your
Yeah.
eyes, and just like, wow,
Yeah, man.
that's the stuff.
Immerse yourself into the spiritual realm of music.
Yes. You said it
Yes,
well.
sir.
I mean, especially I saw a video of how DJs work, and they're always like checking the beats per minute and to see how
Yeah.
the dance floor is, and to pump it up, going on the low and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I find it really interesting to see how DJs are in general handling everything. So
Yeah. There's a lot of aspects. I think if we would just talk about that, I think this would like be a separate podcast, to be honest.
I mean, we can do it in another way. No, but
That's right.
speaking of sets, speaking of creating music, I mean, you have to start somewhere. Like, what's Blue Method's or Ian's origin story?
Oh, like where I started music or like how I start making music?
Where and how?
Where and how?
Yeah.
I started making music, I think, well, I'm convinced when I was already like, 4 or 5 years old, but that was just happening in my head. So I was just listening to music and that's the thing. For example, like this is the thing about me. I can't really memorize lyrics
Same.
because I listen to the instrumental so much because I'm trying to hear out what the different elements are. And I was already doing that at an early age.
Wow.
I was like, oh, this kick is nice, or like, oh, this percussion is like really groovy. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
So it was also like, I would say like a curiosity kind of, approach. But I was just, I would say downloading information. So my dad, he's from Cameroon. So like this African touch I have in my music comes from his side. And he has really done a great job of putting me on to some good music.
Of course. Shout out to dads.
Yeah, man. CDs, compilations and everything. Even my dad's friend, he gave me his old laptop and he downloaded like over 1,000 songs on LimeWire and it was all on the computer.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, 8, 9 years old. I was just going through that, hearing Drake for the first time, like legendary music, right? So it was kind of a hobby, just looking for music, listening, and I was just sitting there and just downloading information. And then, funny enough, I went to Paris, and my cousin, he was already, like, I was always looking up to him. I still do to this day. Like, he's like such an inspiration for me sometimes because he's always coming up with like new stuff. Like, he's just like my big brother in some kind of way. And at an early age, I went to Paris, and then he took me. I think I was 10, 11 years old. He took me to a friend's house.
Okay.
They had like a little home party or something going on,
Yeah.
and this guy was DJing.
Oh.
So I saw that. I'm like, man, that's amazing. I want to do that too.
Yo.
How do you do that? And I started researching, and then there was this application called Virtual DJ
Okay.
that you can download. So I went home, and then on the family computer, I downloaded this, and I started DJing on the computer, like
No
with the
way.
mouse and stuff. Right? I was in there just vibing. You know, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the next Avicii and shit. Like, so
Crazy.
that's how it started with the
Wow.
music, and it was just like a passion thing where I was so fascinated what music was doing to my spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like it sent me to a completely different place, from away from all, you know, the issues and problems I was having in my life and having in my head and stuff. Like it would just like literally evaporate everything, and was just creating this whole new world in my imagination with the music.
Wow.
And then I was also in school, of course.
Obviously.
And then I had a friend there, and his dad was a musician. When I heard that, I'm like,
I got questions.
I got questions, because I know like DJing stuff, but like, how do you actually make a track?
Mm.
And then I got fortunate enough to meet his dad, and his dad was basically, this guy was such a cool dude, man. Like he just said, all right, I'm gonna download you guys Logic Pro X.
No way.
And he gave it us for free. So
What?
for Christmas, that's all I wanted. Like
Whoa.
from the beginning of the year, I was like, I want a laptop so I can download a music program. And then I
Wow.
got the laptop, and then he gave us it for free. And then
What?
that's where it started, where I kind of got into, you know, music production actually,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding how music is arranged, how music is interpreted, how you compose things. You start to learn music theory, and just kind of putting what you have in your head on paper, quote unquote, you know? And yeah, I was 12 years old, yeah. And that's where it started. And now I'm here.
Now
Yeah.
he's here. I remember you being a producer for certain rap songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he's doing a good job, you know? And it was like 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, man.
But now you're
Different
here
times.
creating house music.
House music, baby.
And I mean, especially now with your story, you have to say if it's we don't have to talk
Mhm.
about and a certain pathway or whatever, if it's
Yeah.
you know, going too deep or so.
Damn, where are you gonna take this,
No,
man?
oh, shaky. No, it's we know each other from basketball.
Yeah.
So Jan used to play basketball, and
Mhm.
I can't remember if we played against each other, but I knew he was a huge talent. You even played in the U.S. college
Yep.
level, and then suddenly something hits you, an injury,
Yeah.
a career-ending injury. Let's per se
No,
say
I
like
wouldn't
that,
say
or
I wouldn't say career ending,
or
but kind of a wake up call injury type of thing, I would say.
okay. And to finish my question is like, so you playing basketball, thinking or having the thought of this is my dream, I want to achieve to play as a pro in the NBA or in the Euro League or whatever, but then something happens like the wake up call, finding yourself into music. Then how was this process? Like, I mean, for example, you saw it as a wake up call, but let's say somebody else injures themselves.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, fuck, basketball was everything. Like that
Yeah.
was the only tunnel vision goal that I had. Like, I mean, you surely had a thought as well, maybe, But I mean, the transition to finding yourself into music and then pursuing it the way you're pursuing it now, I mean, it's a crazy road that you took. I remember. How was this process? Like,
That's a deep question, bro. But no, I would gladly answer that question. So like music, sports was playing a huge role in my life early on already. My dad, he was a pro volleyball player.
Yeah.
So I was also growing up in this environment where, sports was also like kind of a priority.
Yeah.
And working hard and everything. And as a kid, you also get influenced by that, and you were like, I played soccer first,
Yeah.
until I was 14. And with 14, I switched to basketball. And I switched to basketball because a friend of mine told me, bro, you're so tall, man. Like, you should try basketball.
For real.
And I was thinking to myself, good point. Like, let's try.
Fair. I mean, you're like 2 meters.
Yeah, right. It's like, must be something to it.
Yeah.
So I went to practice. I liked it. I did. And then I started playing, and really fast. I started growing really fast because I had this work ethic that it was being taught to me that you need to work hard, you need to reach to the top and everything. Competition. And then you get into the national team. So like you keep stacking these, I would say, milestones, right? And even though they were great, I would say the space of sports, especially when you're trying to pursue it professionally, just in like, I would say even in every space, in the workspace, when you're pursuing something and there's a lot of competition, or in the music space, it can sometimes look like it's a Shark Tank. And it's like you're on 100 every time and you need to perform. And kind of like this human side of you, for me, that was my experience, kind of got lost. And I got into a space where I became extremely unhealthy with the way I treated myself.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't treating myself like I would like treat you. Like I was like talking shit to myself. I was talking myself down.
Yeah.
Because I had this standard in my head that I needed to reach. But I was not understanding like this shit needs time, like,
of course.
And then I went to the US, and the US was a very difficult situation for me but because first I had to learn a new language. I had to learn about the culture. And then I would say I had a above average difficult coach. There's a lot of, hard coaches, but he was really like, the whole country knew this guy. He was like really like coaching really tough.
Okay.
A lot of tough love. When I first encountered that, I thought it was like really like, anger and everything. But now with the experience I have now, and I'm looking back, hurt people, and it was still kind of a way of him showing love. He tried to teach me life, the way he learned life.
Wow.
Yeah. So I will never take that for granted, because despite, the miscommunication that we had, or like the disagreements that we had, I respect this guy because he tried to help me.
Yeah.
Clearly, yeah. Still. But this journey, especially in the US, kind of showed me that it has not has not developed into a dream that I want, but a dream that other people want.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I became a people pleaser.
Yeah.
So when you become a people pleaser, guys,
listen,
you kind of forget yourself. You kind of forget your feelings. You forget what you really want to do, how you want to really do things.
Yeah.
you don't really have your own identity. Like you lose everything about yourself because you put it on a hanger on on someone else's hanger. You're putting your jacket on someone else's hanger, and then you go home and like, where's my jacket?
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't make sense, bro.
But it's crazy because you can imagine it like that. Like people would ask you, why are you not playing basketball, bro? You're like, if I had your
Right.
size or height or whatever, and like, oh, you were so amazing. You're like, oh, if they think I was amazing, why should I not pursue it or keep on doing it or whatever? But deep down, it's just saying no.
I understand that because that's the thing. People only see the outside.
Yeah.
You know,
But
like
don't do it.
they don't know what's going on internally. So even when you have interactions with other people and you see them doing something like, bro, why is he doing that? Like, why is he not? Why is he doing? Like, it's you only know the surface of things. You don't know what he has been going through
But
in
these
life.
questions are still haunting you in that way of, okay, if you understand it now, back in the day, maybe it would
Yeah.
it would be something that would measure you with your decision,
My decision to stay, you think?
to stay or to keep on doing, But
Maybe,
but in
bro.
that moment, let's say
Yeah.
you listen to yourself, then
Yeah, man. Like I had to. Like it was getting to a point where it became really mentally, even physically draining for me. Like my body was in a very sick place, I would say. And in that environment, like you start to hurt people around you. You start to hurt yourself. So it's really like kind of going downhill. So I felt like it's going downhill. And when I felt like I hit my rock bottom, my mind kind of made click and I started to understand like I ended up in that position because I gave other people the power to decide for me.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I did not have the courage to step in the door myself. Like I had to learn that,
Yeah.
you know?
You open the door
Because
on
it was so
yourself, by yourself.
it was really like in fact like you're just scared, you know? And it's also kind of it was kind of an indicator where like it's like it's not really the thing I want to really do. Because the NBA dream was because I had the people around, yeah, man, you're going to go to the NBA, bro. Like, okay, I'm going to go to the NBA. All right. The college dream was, oh, man, after high school, man, like, you're going to have so many offers, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's that. But you're not really listening to yourself, what you really want.
Yep.
Like, even after, like, my high school, I got my high school diploma and everything, I was sitting at home and I was thinking about quitting. But I didn't.
Whoa.
Because I didn't want it, I didn't want to
let the idea down.
like let other people down, you know. I didn't want to let my family down and all that, but this was all in my head.
Yeah.
You know, I had the conversation with my parents where they were like, man, what are you talking about? Like, we love you, whatever you do,
For
man.
real.
You know, like
yeah.
it's just this thing that you make up in your head. And funny enough, music was always there. As a hobby, it was always there, and I was just, oh shit, my fault. The phone is kind of loud.
All goody.
So it was kind of a thing where music was, in those tough times, especially, was like my biggest help, like my advisor, my therapist, and then I'm still kind of mad that I kind of had to go to this point in the sports world where to realize like, yeah, I want to do music.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I think that's just how life is. And I think I'm still thankful for the experiences that I've made, the mistakes, because I made a lot of mistakes, you know, a lot of mistakes that I made. I think I just grew as a person, and I just know, like, I know who I am now or who I want to become, what my values are. Like, things like that happen in tough times as well.
Yeah.
You know? You just kind of, it's kind of like a diamond under pressure. Like, it starts to form. You start to form yourself, and you start to create that life that you actually want. And sometimes, you know, I mean, I was 17 years old, and I got that high school offer. I was like, yeah, let's go.
America.
Even though I was scared, I still made that decision.
Yeah, because you wanted it.
Yeah. And it was an experience, and it was an important experience because I got to see another side of the world and everything. So
I mean, surely it was a journey for you. I mean, now you're here, but
yeah,
so it had to go this way so that you
yeah,
can get to where you are now.
yeah. And I think also with the music, I would never be in this place right now if it wasn't for the journey I had with basketball.
Oh yeah,
You know.
true.
So, was that your question? I think I kind of.
So the question was
I thought, bro.
the thought of being in the world of basketball and having this dream of being a basketball player. Things happening, everything changed 180 degrees, and now you are here. Music is that passion that you actually always had deep down.
Yeah, man.
And now you're here pursuing another dream, let's say. Another dream that you are
I wouldn't even
actually.
say it's another dream. Because
Or
that's
is it-
fun. That's actually funny, bro. You
Hit
know
me,
why?
Hit me.
I'm gonna hit you with something,
Hit me.
and that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not lying, guys. This is true.
Listen.
So, my very first dream, even before basketball and being professional,
Mm-hmm.
was to actually become a DJ.
Wow.
So I was 11 years old in school, and we had I was in 5th grade. Yeah, 11 years old. And I was in school.
Yeah.
And we had a project where we have to write a letter to ourselves,
Ooh.
and a couple years later, it will get back to us,
Yeah.
and we're gonna kind of have a moment where this age I
Throwback.
said this
Yeah.
and this, right? A kind of throwback moment, right? I got that letter back when I was in secondary school,
That's amazing. Okay.
but I never read it.
Oh.
I put it away. I was like,
whatever.
because I was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to be this basketball player, blah,
I'm
blah,
a
blah.
hooper. I'm a hooper.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I came back from the States and my whole life revamped, and I was like, I want to actually do music, because music it was kind of like a thing where it kind of saved my life kind of thing. And I went back to my parents' house, lived there,
Mm-hmm.
and got my room back, and then I was scattering through my old stuff, and I found that letter, bro. And I swear to God, I don't swear to God, my fault. I swear, I opened that letter.
Yeah.
And in that letter, it said, when I'm big, I want to become the biggest DJ in the world. It literally just said that.
What?
And I was reading that while I was practicing for my first gig. I'm like, if this ain't a sign, bro, I don't know what is.
God,
it's just-
God did.
God did. And that's the thing. With music, it's something else. It's something personal. It's something that nobody else can take away from me. And I can't give it to someone else. It's the energy that I have within myself, like my story I'm telling through these frequencies.
Yeah.
That makes it makes me extremely confident, and I can talk about it confidently. And with sports, it wasn't that way, because it was like this energy was scattered throughout other people, experiences, everything.
Also,
and I was
in sports, you're relying on other people as well.
yeah. It was not the same dynamic. With music, it is really my thing that I love with all my passion. I would do it for free.
Yeah.
I would do it with a leg cut off. I would just do it because I love it on a very, 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 very deep basis.
So basically, the switch happened, and you just kind of knew for yourself.
I just knew, and I just went for it. And I think that's the crazy thing, that my journey kind of started a year ago, or a little more, 1.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That I met you, that I met Sai and Vertigo from Sing City, right?
Yeah.
So those two guys were extremely inspirational. They
shout out what they're
took
doing.
me under their wing, and
They're
they took I came with I went to parties with them, and I was just literally I was learning.
Yeah.
I didn't go to parties to party. I did
No.
not drink alcohol. I did not smoke nothing. I was just there and I was looking, what is the DJ doing?
Notes.
Taking notes, taking mental
Yeah.
notes, meeting people. So it was like kind of like a networking thing. And it just happened naturally. And then my mentor that I have right now, he told me luck is actually an accumulation of making the right decisions.
Hmm. Whoa.
It just doesn't happen like that. Like people say I'm so lucky, like, but no, like you made decisions that led to that. You know,
Yeah. Outcome.
even the way I met my mentor, we just talked about it 2 days ago. The fact that I started DJing, the fact I have a deep love for that, made me go to Amsterdam
Mm-hmm.
to the 80E festival,
Mm-hmm.
made me network with these different people, and that's how I met him.
Wow.
And meeting him was an extreme blessing for me because this guy knows so much about music and the industry and everything. So I'm learning from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm like, man, I'm so lucky. But he told me like, bro, this was your decision
Wow.
to go.
Wow.
So like your decisions kind of determine how lucky you are. So that was deep, bro.
Bro.
That was deep, bro.
You're the sailor of your ship.
Yeah,
That's what.
absolutely, bro.
It's from a quote that Timothy Chalamet once quoted. I remember, and you kind of have to live by that. I really
Absolutely.
see that, and I remember since you mentioned it, our first meeting or one of our first meetings that we had, that was a week before we went to the studio with Sai. We went drinking matcha. I remember,
And the matcha thing,
bro. That was amazing, actually.
bro. Can I say though? I remember like when we went in
Yeah.
there, I felt so uncomfortable, bro.
I get it.
Bro, like we walked in there, and first of all, it was just, I think I felt so like, it was just like I'm not supposed to be here, right? And then I ordered this matcha. The matcha was great.
Well, the shop is all white. It
Yeah,
makes
man.
you
It's too
heavy.
bright. I felt like oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
the monochrome, bro.
yeah, man. Then sitting down, and then everybody was with their phones out, like being an influencer. Like, do your thing, but it was just
No
like,
hate.
oh, okay. No hate at all.
And we
It
were
was
like,
just awkward.
bro, and guys, you have to imagine, we got our matcha sitting face to face, vis-a-vis, and we were like, just talking about life and
Yeah.
how everything happened and how we actually got to meet each other and what our aspirations are. And
Bro, how did we meet again? Like, link up and stuff?
bro, you
Did I reach out? Or
you
did
reached out. Actually,
I reached out.
You and Yafit.
Oh, because we wanted to do this
Yeah,
one thing. I
yeah.
remember. Yeah. And then, crazy.
And then we were like, yeah, let's have a meeting. Then we had a meeting, and then we had another one
yeah.
where we just went sipping and talking.
We was already talking about like, yeah, let's do this podcast
Yeah.
thing. Oh,
That's
crazy.
then. We wanted to create a platform. Maybe it's
Yeah.
coming. Maybe when we get more
Work in
time.
progress.
Yeah, coming soon maybe. But yeah, and then we just had this crazy talk for like, I remember us creating these mood boards in our head and just sharing them with each other.
This was so satisfying, bro.
Like I remember, guys, he was like, I just want to touch people with my music, like connect them with my music, and being able to travel around and be able to share what I got, because I feel like I have to share with the people, and that's what, like, after a year and a half you're doing what you just said.
I kind of forgot. You just kind of reminded me of that
Bro,
I actually said that.
I got chills right now, bro. Like, just thinking about that, guys.
Bro, what?
I really like manifesting everything, law of attraction. That's something that I,
law of attraction,
through you, for example, I do even more. I mean, for example, my girlfriend is always like, no, you have to manifest even if you're searching for a parking spot, like Saturday afternoon in the city.
Yeah,
you're manifesting that parking space, you're gonna find it. And I found it. Like,
yeah, man, you gotta
that's simple.
you gotta be delusional about your positivity sometimes.
Sometimes. But that's something that I like. I just wanna see how you are. You said your dedication is what made you who you are with the hard work and everything, but also setting those milestones and trying to achieve them, like the
Mm-hmm.
goals that you had, and that you actually achieved them. You even went to Kenya recently,
Yep.
and I mean, I know someday it's gonna be South Africa, where
I hope
Amapiano
so,
is
man.
the mecca, and
Afro House too.
Afro as well.
Everything, man.
And
Like good music.
how do you say, or how do you pursue or go with it? I know it's a lot with passion and heart, but how do you say, yeah, I wanna South Africa's next, guys? Like, just to pick a little bit out of your brain for the people who are listening.
So like how my thought process is,
Yeah.
like how I approach these things.
Yes.
I think it starts with creating your environment. You can do a lot as a person, but if you're in the wrong environment, you're around the wrong people,
Mm.
it's gonna be harder. It's not gonna be impossible. It's gonna be harder. So when I came back and I started taking this music thing seriously, I wanted to surround myself with people that are per se more experienced than me,
I get it. Yeah.
who are who are trying to do the same thing as me, who are already pursuing what I'm trying to do. And you learn. And then you learn, you pick it up, you try it yourself, and you create your own strategy. The thing with music is there's no blueprint though. There's always a risk. So your intention has to be pure. If you're doing it for money, for the fame, for the big stages and like having a lot of people in front of you, man,
Wrong place.
wrong place, because I'm going to give you the same set when there's just two people in the on the dance floor, or like I don't know, 500. Like it doesn't matter to me, because I want to touch people with my music. And if it's two people,
Yeah, it's
I have the
them.
opportunity to, heal, because music, in my opinion, heals, right? So that's the message I want to bring across. Like what music has done for me, I want to share it with you guys. And this world is already like a very, kind of a messed up and chaotic place where
Very much so.
music is sometimes the only
Escape.
it's not even
No.
escape, but like like a comforting place where you can go and do kind of like a therapy thing, and then you walk out and it's just like it's a meditative state. It's like spiritual, everything. It cleanses,
Yeah.
and I don't want to sound like like the super spiritual guru, but that's like, bro, that's the truth.
But I
Bro.
see
Like
what you're talking, especially also with frequencies and everything that we
yeah,
put.
it's science, bro.
Yeah,
Like
it's true.
so it's not, I'm not just saying stuff. It's really like the truth. And coming back to like the environment, which I think is like the primary thing you need to do, is I surrounded myself with people like that, and I learned from them. And then I made connections, I networked, and then you just try again. You
Yeah.
just try, you you test things, they fail, you try again. And for me, I think what sets me apart from other people sometimes, I feel like, is I love the process more than the product. Bro, I love
Why
being
so?
in the studio and actually like work on this one drum or like one loop or whatever until it's perfect and it sits, and then I have to track. It's nice to play it and everything, but the process is therapeutic for me. Like what I go through is therapeutic for me. And to kind of lay down the story that I want to tell, it's that. And then the environment it's just people that really help me, you know, authentic people that help me because they understand where I'm coming from. I understand where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just try until you find something that works for you. Because again, like music, it doesn't have a blueprint. There's some, like, if you study biographies of musicians, this guy did it this way, this guy did it this way. Like, there is no right and false, because
No
music at
rules.
the end of the day
Mhm.
is art,
Yeah.
and there's no wrong or right still. Like, there's things that you like, there's things that you don't really like.
Facts.
So you kind of find your niche
Hmm.
and you create your environment. I would say that's like, that's the main thing that I do.
Okay. I hope you noted that guys down. So I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I just really have to
it
say,
worked for me.
I really have to tell you. I mean, I'm utterly no, I'm so proud of you. I mean, it's an understatement.
Come on, man, you feel me?
I
You
mean,
cry.
it's been a year and a half, and you're already like doing what you always wanted to do, and seeing you doing what you're doing really is the only thing I want to say is keep on doing what you're doing, bro. Like,
Oh, whoa, bro.
I mean,
It's
I'm
just the
repeating
beginning.
words, but it's just only the beginning, and also,
Yeah,
especially
journey.
Spotify Wrapped just came out,
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah. Right. Yeah.
before I get into the next question, I just want to say so that we can get a little bit out of the deep space that we just got in. Your top three artists from this year.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
um,
That you had on Wrapped.
all right, guys, don't judge me, but like, I had myself at first, actually,
Okay.
because I believe in being your first number one fan. Like,
Mhm.
you gotta have to support yourself extremely hard. Like, you can, like, kind of let yourself down. Like, so I listen to my old music a lot also like critical thinking way, like, okay, I could have done this better. So, but like, I was listening to a lot of Blue Method music.
Who was? Shout out.
Then a huge inspiration is has this year been is Kelvin Momo.
Okay.
He's I would say, for me, the best amapiano artist, private school amapiano artist. And just the albums that he released, I think he's released several albums and EPs. Like, his work ethic, the sound, everything is just so fascinating. I just love listening to it.
Amazing.
And then did I have a third? Let me think. I think it was Atmos Black, an Afro house artist that I also really look up to, from South Africa as well, like Kelvin Momo. And he actually came here to Switzerland. I got to meet him and everything.
all right.
So we kind of know each other. We don't have like a close relation, but I got to see him. We talked a little bit, and just seeing him, how he is behind the booth. I was just able to take my mental notes, and just his music is just really influential and inspirational. So it's those three, I would say. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Drake was not on my list.
In mine either, actually.
It was Kendrick.
Yep.
Kendrick was, I think, 4th or 5th.
Oh yeah.
Team Kendrick,
Surprisingly,
guys.
Kendrick wasn't on my list, but I listened to him a lot. But Drake wasn't. So
Okay.
number
All right.
one was
No, you safe.
number one was actually West Side Gun.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I love West Side Gun, bro.
That's sick, bro.
Like,
I don't even listen to rap that much, but
he's
his
one
music is
of
dope.
one of them that I actually love listening to, because I'm not really listening to that much of rap, trap, or in general hip hop. But West Side Gun with the samples, the instrumentals, crazy. I mean, all the producers behind it, insanely talented. So that's really just quality music. Then on the 2, it was Tyler, actually.
Tyler, the Creator?
Yeah.
I think Tyler was 5th with me.
3rd was Frank Ocean.
Oh, okay.
4th,
This guy got to release some music, bro. This
Oh.
guy,
we are
Bro,
Impatiently waiting. Impatiently
wait,
waiting.
bro, impatiently waiting, bro. Like I'm fed up,
But
bro. This
listen,
guy. Come on, bro.
I
Just release one song, dog. Like, what are you doing?
bring another DHL or something like that.
This
Cayenne
guy
though.
is probably sitting on so many unreleased things. Like, come on,
But
just one.
I kind of see why he's not dropping. I kind of see.
You do?
Yeah, guys, listen.
I don't. I'm ignorant in that fact.
It's been 5
Give me
years.
my music, bro.
Where is my music, Frankie?
Frankie.
No, I mean, I don't want to say. I don't want to sound like a kisses or whatever, but I mean, music takes time to create, especially quality music, and especially with him, he has the crazy talent, and I mean, he co-produced a lot of songs besides that, but also with the loss of his little brother that he had, who
Hmm.
was one of the people who also decided which song is going to be on the album.
Hmm.
I feel like he needed uh, quite some time to heal for himself,
Yeah.
to to
No, I get
to
that.
decide and create music again. And I mean, he was on at Coachella last year, and he
Mhm.
announced another album. But I mean, God knows when it's gonna drop. But I mean,
Yeah.
mu- quality music takes time. But if it's five
No,
songs,
you're spitting right there, bro. Like
but if
it's
it's
a fact.
five
It's a fact.
songs, I'm going crazy. No, I'm kidding.
If it's
But
just a snippet, bro, I'm
yeah,
going
I
crazy.
mean, but you have to imagine how influential this guy is.
He
If we
is.
only saw a snippet, we would all go crazy. I mean, I recently found a AI generated song.
Oh, from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Bro, just listening to it, I was like, wow.
AI.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it
Man, this
afterwards.
AI shit, bro. Come on, man.
But you know,
That's kind of
you
weird,
heard
bro.
the
It's kind of
song,
scary.
you heard his voice being off in this one, but I have to find it and I will send it to you. But
Bet.
just listening to it, I was like, yeah, I can't wait when he's gonna drop, like, for real. But yeah. Now getting into the questions with Wrapped
Yeah.
numbers,
Numbers.
seeing your numbers from last year and this year jumping like that, um, what does that feeling or what kind of reaction did you have when you saw it? Like, was it like, yeah, I didn't expect anything else but that, or were you like, wow,
Mm.
or like, what happened in your mind when you saw your streaming numbers, or just being in the rap in general? Like, you are the artist, here is your numbers. Like, it's crazy to see how people are engaged in your music, no? Or knowing your name.
Bro, it's crazy. I would say it's fascinating to see that, like people were sending me like their rap and I was in their top 5 or something. I'm like,
Wow.
what? Like, you listen to my music that much, bro?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Um so I would say it's just a beautiful gift. It's kind of a statement that for me that I got to keep going the way I'm doing it. Like, I've got to keep doing it the way I'm doing it. Got to keep being on this path that I'm on right now. And at the end, like, there's still just numbers. Like, I'm still going to be extremely happy if just, one person is going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Um actually I was sometimes struggling with, like, looking at the numbers and not being influenced by them so much.
Of
Like, oh, you
course.
release something
It
and
gets in
then
your head.
and you see the numbers, they're not really going up or whatever. It's just but I kind of got away from it because Rick Rubin actually reminded me of something.
I love
And
this
he keeps
book.
saying that. He keeps saying you're doing your art for yourself first. You have to like it first.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah, of
you know
course.
that
That's from
you know
his
that
book, right?
right.
I loved
The
it.
book the book is really good.
I loved it.
And also in the interviews and all the podcasts that he has, like, he says it over and over again. And it's so true. Like, you do the music for yourself first. Like, it's a therapeutic.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything you're doing, painting, working your
Yeah.
job, it's for you. Like,
Yeah.
you're doing it for you.
Yeah. And that's why this external validation it's not gonna influence me that much if it goes south, because I always thought when I was making music, even though when I was 11, I was making this shitty ass beat, bro. It was sounding terrible, not mixed and mastered. It was like just whatever. When I was in that mode, I was like, yeah, man, I'm that shit.
I'm him.
Hey, bro, like Avicii, who? David Guetta, who? Come on. Black Coffee, who? Like, come on, bro. Like,
Who
I'm
are you
him.
guys? Yeah.
It's just, again, you create this own world and you do your thing and you kind of immerse yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, comparison is the thief of joy. So, like, you gotta get out of this headspace and just first do it for yourself, do it with passion, do it with like real authentic intention, and then it will at some point reach someone for sure. I'm sure of it.
Of
But
course, yeah.
it's for you first.
Thanks. Amazing. Yeah. I mean, somebody's gonna like it. Maybe the first one wasn't a big fan, but the second one is surely going to
Man,
be.
you never know.
Yeah, you never know. So just keep on creating, keep on doing what you're doing. And yeah, to top it off with one last question, bro,
Uh-oh.
because I know we have to move on surely soon.
Mm.
What was something, or what is something that you wish you knew first before you started creating music or being in the industry as a DJ or as an artist? What is something that you were like, oh man, if I knew that before, or a certain advice for the people listening now,
Advice for, okay.
like in that sense, like in that direction?
That's a good question, bro. I gotta think, man. So what do I think I
Mhm.
wished
Mm-hmm.
I would know
Yeah.
earlier? I would have wished. Okay. I think we need a commercial break now. I'm just playing.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Just one thing.
It can be a series of, like that's connected. You have free speech here.
Okay. I think I have it.
Hit us.
There is no competition.
Mm.
There's no competition, bro. Like there's no competition, bro. Like I
Wow.
got caught up in like comparing myself and thinking, like, man, why is he? I'm like, bro, first of all, you're an artist. Like, so being an artist is putting yourself, like, you as a human being, you're putting yourself out there, the way you think, the way you do things, like you're creating this human experience for others.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you think like you can compare that?
Damn.
You know, like, on a real note,
Wow.
there is no, like, you're unique.
Yeah.
And once you understand that, you start to appreciate other things as well.
Mm.
You don't look at the DJ next to you as a competition. You look at him like, bro, so dope what he does, the way
As
he
a
does
fellow creator.
it. As a fellow creator, we all trying to do something good, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
I mean, connect to
that's
people.
my intention. I don't
Mhm.
think there's a lot of people who do music to like ruin someone else's day.
I don't know about that.
Like, I don't know, not me, but it's music and art is a unique experience and everyone is different. I think I just learned how, I would say, like, the diversity of life works, acceptance and everything. And what I also learned is your wrong could be my right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's the crazy thing about music. You learn about humans,
Yeah.
how they think. And also it kind of gets into politics and just the way of people, like the way how people are living life.
Mm-hmm.
Is just the perspective,
Yeah.
and yeah, man, there is no competition in this when you're doing it for love and passion. And yeah, man, that's what I think
Wow.
is the number one thing I am still learning, because I still kind of fall into it sometimes, fall back. I'm like, I need to release some pressure. Like there's no pressure. Like live your life how you want.
Just be you.
There's no competition.
Create. There is no competition.
Just create.
Wow.
Type shit.
Jan, aka Blue Method.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you, bro.
Platforms like this podcast, are for moments like these where we can share our thoughts, your experiences, for the
And
people who are actually listening and trying to start into the musical industry, to start wherever, but they, maybe you are going to be the next spark of inspiration for another guy or girl with the big dream of, being a musician or a producer or a DJ, and, hear your story. And again, thank you very much.
yeah, man.
for having
I
you
hope
here.
this helps some people. you
I
know.
hope so too, guys.
And yeah, thank you, bro. Like I want to thank you for making this happen. I think what you are doing is also really, honorable and very authentic and very like this is love,
Thank you, bro.
like you're sharing stories and
Thank you.
stuff like that. That's important. So,
Thank you very much, bro.
yes, sir.
Again, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on creating. I will always support you. I'm always gonna have my cameras out.
You already know it's mutual.
That's just me. You know me. So
Yep.
yeah, guys, that's
Yeah,
it with
man.
this episode. Hi, Sai. Hi, Sai.
Wait. Come in the
Come in the
come in here.
camera.
Come here.
Sai.
I wanna.
Since you're already here, we already mentioned your name and how you were
Yeah.
a big.
This guy. This is one of the key persons.
You were one of the big key persons in Jan's life, and you're also going to be in this podcast of mine. Just
I'm
so you
serious?
know. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait as well, bro. And we were just trying to top it off, but you're going to be the next guest soon. And yeah, bro. Thank you very much for
Bro.
being here, and
Was a pleasure.
see you next
Great talk,
time.
bro.
See you on Saturday.
See you on Saturday, bro.
All right. Bye-bye, guys. Peace out.